And we're back from the break as we move into some more champ action. It's a pretty much Champions League triple header. Pretty much it is. What am I talking about?
I was going to say.
Unfortunately, Curtis had to drop out. He was having some odd issues that needed to be solved. They were not up to his par. So Inanimate Jay will join me as of now. Jay, it has been a heck of a week.
Yeah, I started off pretty good on Turtle Goal Thursday. A couple of good matches last night. A couple of tough losses to swallow for a couple of teams. So, we're hoping it turns around a little bit today. Hasn't quite turned around as the Fox is also having a tough night at the office with the sweep at the hands of the Aviators. But tell you what, let's try and reset this one. We've got a rematch of one of the best series in MLD history as last season's wildcard matchup from the Blue Conference, the Jets and the Sharks. The Sharks squeaking in by the wild card at the end of the season, overtaking the favored Jets in that series, one of the most memorable ones in history. Now they get a chance to rematch. One player for the Jets, it'll be Kunix making his debut as he gets promoted from the reserve spot, has not played an MLD match since that series, making his debut again tonight.
I highly doubt he's going to be rusty, though, as this is the Champ League. You know him and Blackwatch have been playing ferociously over the last week or so. But Blackwatch, the long-time player here at the MLD, making his way up into the Champ League, they're doing all right. They're number 2 in the Sky Division at 11-14. I mean, division-wise, they're doing all right. But the Sharks sitting at 10-15. Theoretically, numbers-wise, they should be pretty close. So this could be either a heck of a blowout, or it could be one of the closest games that we've ever seen with the bad blood between the two teams.
Well, we'll have to see. The Sharks in sporting a new player. Caps fan in the roster has been for most of the season, but Antsu making his debut for the Sharks tonight as he replaces departed captain Mish, who ranked out of the league a couple of weeks ago. I think it was last week, actually. So we'll see how they gel here. We'll see how they gel together as a team. I'll send the message out to them right now. Starbase is your arena of choice this week, with the Jets in their alternate red, the Sharks in their traditional teal and gray.
Gotta love that teal, man. It looks so good here at Starbase. It's very, very Star Trek-y, at least in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm not a nerd. What? No comment from the Inanimate J, but we are underway here. 5 more games to be played. We get deep into week 6 here. Antsu, great save. A nice pinch off of Blackwatch's hood to send that one flying, and around the corner we go. Kunix looking to read. Leaves it for Blackwatch. As the Jets starting to get into formation. Pass out to center, not quite enough. There's Antsu, gets a great read on it. Leaving it for... That's going to be Caps fan, actually. He's playing as LK... I guess it's SOTY, I assume, some sort of acronym. I believe he is on the PlayStation. Yes, he is. Trying for the pass out. Caps fan. Oh, now they're grouped up. This isn't good for the Sharks. I know they swim in schools and all sometimes, but what are you doing, guys? Let's get spread out.
Not too bad, though. They managed to recover pretty quickly, the Jets, so they've fallen back into a really tight rotation there, and it's starting to get them a couple of great opportunities. The Sharks just a little bit put off right now. They try to get themselves settled here through the first minute.
Sharks menacingly shaking their tail and gnashing their teeth in front of that red net, but Blackwatch able to advance hard. And so he gets a great touch off the backboard to keep that one anywhere near his net. Caps fan, oh, that was the doink of the century, though. You know he was clenching a little bit as he tried to make that save, but is this dangerous? Blackwatch able to knock it out, and still 0-0 here, a minute and a half in. Good touch by Antsu. Throw it into his own corner. Blackwatch gets it past 1. Here comes Caps fan off the backboard. This is dangerous, straight to Kunix. Oh, he manages to get the second touch off of the play. Now Blackwatch gathers it up.
Really good defense by the Sharks. They're able to get off that backboard really quickly. Got one touch to get it away. Got very lucky, though, to get that second dunk. There was a really good follow-up opportunity for the Jets offense there, but that one dangerous. Antsu suicide ball into his own corner. And then the own goal to follow it up as Kunix gets the rebound off the top.
Antsu just doing a little bit much here, as after he grabbed boost, he realized that Caps fan was completely out of the play. The back flip, not a great idea at that point. Possibly a side flip, maybe? I don't know.
The
2020 hindsight.
The problem was actually the decision-making. Grabbed the boost and then turned upfield, expecting that to be a clear away. If he turns back towards net, is able to sweep across the goal line and get that shot away, because it wasn't the greatest shot.
It's actually a fantastic point. Trying to get aggressive on the offense for sure. Ansu again! Can't get it past Kunix, and we off to the side. Just about halfway through here. Game is flying by as not many goals have been scored. Kunix can't get control here, so Ansu stops it out. Blackwatch to loom and lurk, and right in the center of the...
Really good patience from the Jets here. Ansu up for that one, just kind of tips that one awkwardly down into the corner there. Might have been better to go cross field with the direction he was traveling, because the Jets right there on the doorstep circling, waiting for that weak ball.
Caps fan also on his way back kind of went for the ball instead of the good positioning, and it's something that we see sometimes here from the MLD in general. It's kind of a common mistake made by a lot of players, and it's a hard habit to break too. You just kind of want to throw.
Are you kidding?
Get it away from your net.
I literally just got disconnected from the game.
No, Jay got disconnected, so I guess we're going radio style here as Kunix off the sidewall towards that blue net. Stopped by Caps fan towards the net. He's trying to backboard pass. It's going to go off the backboard again. As Inanimate Jay is making his way back in here. Kunix trying to take control. Leaves it for Ansu. The Sharks trying to make a push here. Ansu's solo play off the side post. And it'll get cleared out. Blackwatch to take advantage. Jay, I believe you are back in here.
Yep, video is back. Sorry about the delay, guys. Tonight has not been a good night for technical issues in Rocket League.
Does happen from time to time. Kunix with a shot!
Again, a tough clear by the Sharks here. Caps fan up to Ansu, and that's just not the touch you want to make. That one is one that you should be leaving alone. Just let your teammate go up for that one, stay down, or just let it go past you, because that ball is not going to fall to anybody on your team.
Blackwatch getting a huge win off a kickoff. Ansu trying to play the block. Ends up being a double whiff, but now Caps fan is actually disconnected. Talk about tech issues.
I wonder if this server is just having a really tough time. We'll try and get a remake after this one, but that's super unfortunate there, because he was like right in the middle of moving and then just stops. And it's the same thing that happened to me too. Like the feed was going and then just boom, gone. So
that's very weird.
I gotta check Discord real quick there, as I don't actually have any intel in the game.
He's back. So we have had kickoff. There was one goal, unfortunately, for the Sharks. The Jets able to knock one in, but Caps fan is back, and he is moving and grooving. As 1 minute is left here in game one. Blackwatch straight to Ansu. Ansu's having a actually fairly decent game. He's just trying to make up for Caps fan a little bit. Oh, I can't get it past Blackwatch. It was a good idea, but Blackwatch had that one red. Ansu waiting patiently. Huge, monstrous clear down Main Street. Kunix to gather it up into his own corner. It was a great idea by Kunix there to throw it in his corner, but now Caps fan is going to be able to just knock it in as Blackwatch fails on the defense.
A good challenge really high by Ansu there, and then Caps fan, really good touch right around Blackwatch. Got him to bait in, really tough on that challenge. You have to be really careful when you come up for those ones. You have to hit that ball. And when you don't, you leave such a wide open lane right towards your goal line.
Pretty much a dead kickoff here is Ansu. Looking to take a little bit of control. Kunix waiting. Everybody kind of gathered around the ball. You know, game one, we saw a lot of spacing, a lot of pass plays. Blackwatch shooting. Caps fan couldn't recover in time. It's 5-1.
I mean, this is still technically game one here, is the server not giving us the greatest start to this series. But again, just a tough clear, really dunked in that corner as Caps fan just had nowhere to go. And Kunix getting that hitbox in the way, taps it right out for Blackwatch. Kind of academic at this point. Definitely one that the Sharks are going to have to shake off.
Yeah, they will have to shake off and get back in the hunt. Caps fan just kind of letting time elapse. Kunix towards the net. They're going to let that one go in on the 0-second goal. 6-1 near Brazil here for the Jets.
Just another tough clear right up the center there. Not really needed, I think. It's one that you can just bring down and control. You know that the game is out of reach at that point. You also are certain that there's going to be... I mean, the game is going to end. It's going to end. You can just
Pretty much,
you know, you can just bring that one down and just let that one die there. But if that happens at the 4-minute mark, and it was happening, not consistently, but it was happening, that's something that you kind of need to get out of your play, because those type of clears are almost never a good idea. They're almost always a pass to an opponent who's bearing straight down on your net at that point.
We're going to go ahead and remake the server, though, because it seems like
that was
a couple of players having issues. That was a little bit rough there, as good old Canadian internet failing Inanimate J there. I'm blaming Canadian internet.
I mean, Caps fan is definitely not Canadian.
I'm still going to blame Canadian internet. Just in general, making a huge generalization, because it makes no sense at all.
I mean, whatever floats your boat with a goat through the moat and maybe a stoat.
Ooh. Wow.
I got rhymes for days, Ninja. I got rhymes for days.
Dude, it comes with the gold chain, man. Tell me you're rocking it right now.
I never not wear it.
Let's see. There you go. All right. So remake the server. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a better connection going on here. But the Jets playing some pretty solid Rocket League, really. They kind of let the Sharks make a lot of mistakes and do their thing, but the Jets super comfortable.
Sorry, just giving the giving the login info to the Jets there.
Yes.
I tried to do it quickly, and it did not it did not translate. So
my bad. But yeah, Jets playing super comfortable right now. Sharks a little bit off. They got thrown off because of the disconnect. Caps fan probably just trying to get back into the game and maybe rushing a little bit, but they do need to shake this thing off and get back into it, you know, find their flow again and get it going.
Yeah, I think that really starts with just getting more intelligent touches with the ball. Make sure that you guys keep it close, and then if you can't, at least put it in a spot where you have a follow-up 50-50, just not giving it away to your team, or away from your team.
Caps fan going to take this off the wall here, off a kickoff. Good pass to Antsu. This is dangerous. Blackwatch is up to try to block, and Caps fan will get it. Kunix had a beat on it, but couldn't get there in time.
A good kickoff goal here. Really aggressive touch by Ansu. Pushes the Jets back, forces them to retreat really awkwardly after the kickoff. Good follow-up by Caps fan. Need the accuracy when you have a shot like that. Open net, have to get it down and in.
Only 10 seconds to bring the Sharks up by 1. Ansu again, so dangerous on the wall this whole series. Starting to really find the flow of it. Blackwatch with the catch and right back to it. Bit of a ping pong setup here. Off the corner. Ansu is there to answer. Blackwatch coming up for the challenge. Right past him and in!
Good carry by Ansu there. That great 50-50 in front of his own net there. Able to pick it up there. Just gets Blackwatch reaching for that one. That's the key when you have that ball in your control. If you can force the defender into the first move and get that flick on them, very, very likely that you're going to get it past and in.
Kunix off a kickoff. Raising the ceiling is the ball, and that kind of threw Ansu a little bit. He couldn't get anything. Blackwatch with a shot from the angle. Oh, protractors are bending here.
Yeah, unfortunate touch there as Ansu just drops that off the hood of the Octane down. Caps fan trying to get back to net, just couldn't quite get coverage on that. Really tough to get any coverage, to be honest. That shot was labeled, it was right on the bounce. Just no time to react to that one.
I mean, Caps fan maybe could have gotten closer to the post, but I mean, really, that was just a dang good shot. It was going in no matter what. Now Ansu trying to answer here in the first minute. That's rolling dangerously. Kunix ends up popping up off of the scramble. But I'm noticing also Caps fan has been super aggressive waiting for the pass. He's coming way up. Now Blackwatch off the ceiling. Caps fan, great read to knock it towards his other corner. Now Ansu looking for the pass. Kunix gets in his way. That's towards the net. Caps fan, can he get there? No! Blackwatch ties it up.
Unfortunately, Ansu on that 50-50 just doesn't quite win it far enough upfield. Kunix doing a really good job being a nuisance. Doesn't actually get contact on that one. Just does enough to force Ansu into a poor clear. And Blackwatch is picking that one off. Not sure what happened to Caps fan on that one.
3:30 left. Plenty of time for lots of action to happen here as the Sharks have definitely come alive, but the Jets are starting to respond. Left for Ansu. See if he can make this one off the backboard. Pass. Caps fan looking. Blackwatch comes out of net. It's a great idea by Blackwatch. Now he's trying for the carry. Caps fan just getting in his way. Ansu picks it up. Here is Kunix. Off the corner. Dangerous. Kunix back past the Blackwatch. Oh, I love the possession game here by the Jets.
Yeah, it's really good. Really solid rotation. And they're getting the chances that they need.
Yeah, well, yeah. They're forcing the Sharks out of net at all times. They're really keeping them on their toes. Or fins, if you will.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Easy flow Shark pun.
Blackwatch should knock it back down. He says, "Not in my house." And Kunix down the line. We're back onto the Shark side again. Kunix, open net. Yeah. Just gonna lean on Blackwatch there.
Yeah, you have to get this clear. And Ansu just chasing that ball back, had it right, somehow got on the wrong side of that ball, just a little bit too rushed, but it's difficult to make that play when you're having to chase directly back the same way the ball is coming, because you know that your timing has to be spot on, otherwise your arc of travel and the travel on the ball are going to just pass each other like me trying to connect two things in Kerbal Space Program. I can't dock two moving objects in orbit. It's really hard, guys.
Speaking of getting past things in moving orbit, Kunix able to get past one, but Capspan reads it well. Now it's challenged by Blackwatch. Ansu is there to answer. And here comes Capspan again. Again, the Sharks just hovering so close to each other. They finally spread out. Capspan probably should have stayed back for the pass, but still on the offensive here for the Sharks. Blackwatch with a huge bump to just rattle Capspan. And a shot, not wide enough. Blackwatch to clear. The Jets super comfortable on defense. They don't mind that the Sharks are taking shots.
Yeah, the thing is, the Sharks aren't getting great quality on shots. That might change there, but Ansu just getting the wheels on that one, ends up dropping it down.
Kunix shot from midfield. Yeah, Capspan's going to miss this one. It was awkward for him anyways.
And just a little bit too awkward of a line coming back towards his own net. And that one going straight at him, has to try and jump up to get that one. A little bit of short car syndrome there, and the Dominus just doesn't get any contact with the hitbox. Goes just over top of him and in.
So here off a kickoff from the sideboards. Kunix is there. They got a net there as Kunix. He can't get control of the ball, unfortunately. Now Blackwatch towards the net. It is open. Nobody home. 3-goal game.
This one starting to go the same way last game did, where the Sharks have just stopped being effective with the ball. And every time you start doing that against a team like the Jets that'll sit just back far enough that they can respond first to every uncontrolled touch, they're picking them off, and they're making them pay every time.
I don't think the Jets even brought out their missiles yet.
No, they're still on guns right now.
Yeah, they're cruising. Cruising altitude here for Blackwatch to take another shot above Ansu. Oh, God. That's just brutal.
Yeah. The Sharks are chasing at shadows right now. Capspan goes for that one, gets bamboozled by the bounce, and doesn't have a play on the ball. This forces Ansu, who took the kickoff, to have to try and recover, and just has no room to come back and try and play that ball.
Okay, wasn't expecting that for Caps fan, but alright. He's trying to get some control here. Gets it past Kunix. Can't get past Blackwatch, who is pretty much the veteran on this field. Ansu electing not to go for that. Oh, man, need some aggression here from the Sharks. They are playing very shy. Caps fan looking for the pass. Kunix to stop. And the Sharks squad is just kind of all over the place, but the Jets have it covered for the most part. This drop, very dangerous. Blackwatch super calm. I don't think I've seen Blackwatch be this calm here on the pitch. Not in a long time.
To be honest, we haven't seen a lot of him. This is his first season as a player. He was a coach last season.
That's true. Kunix looking to make something happen here. Every goal counts here in MLD, so even just going for it when you have a large lead is generally a good idea. Even if you're trying to be sportsman, but the Jets take game 2, and that was decisive.
It was close for the first half of the game. And the Sharks were up, they were up 2-0 at one point in that game?
Yeah, they were, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's all of a sudden, they started getting weaker and weaker touches on the ball. And as they started losing control of the ball, as they stopped being composed with it, they started losing goals. And it just started sliding away from them further and further.
Some would say that the tide of the game changed and the Sharks could not keep up. So many ocean puns.
We're just going to cut right back to the game.
He said depressingly.
As I push the button on my Elgato Stream Deck.
To mute Ninja. Got it. Ansu with the carry. Oh, Blackwatch just, again, Blackwatch reading it so well. Kunix lurking, just waiting. Oh, whoa, awkward stop there. Tries for the back pass. Blackwatch came up way too fast. He still has control. This is the one thing the Sharks have not been able to do all game is control the ball at all. But Blackwatch in his own corner now because Caps fan gets a decent clear. Ansu to gather it up. Super dangerous now. Anytime the Jets get anywhere near that light blue net, it's extremely dangerous. Like now, Kunix off the wheels, no power. Caps fan is there.
One of the things that's making it so dangerous for the Sharks is their tendency right now to drop deep into their net to try and defend. That gives up so much room on the back, where that's an important demo, though, by Blackwatch. Right through the back end of Caps fan, who was lined up for that pass out center from Ansu. But more on my first point. With the Sharks dropping back to their goal line, the backboard is vulnerable. And that's a really tough place to defend the backboard from, right on top of your goal line.
Champ League, so important to defend that backboard as much as possible. So we're still in the corner here. Blackwatch with those crazy angles. It's not quite wide enough. Caps fan has control as of now. It's a little bit of boost. Blackwatch to challenge. We're up and around. It's very dangerous. Ansu, it's high. Caps fan tries to keep it going, but Blackwatch shuts it down, and now the Sharks have to scramble back. Tails flying. Finally able to keep the pressure alive. Blackwatch off the corner. Can't quite do it. Game 3 here's tied at 0, Jay, and it's been pretty much the Shark show.
And aside from that early offensive showing from the Jets, where we started to touch on the backboard defense, the Sharks have finally turned it around. But a lot of that is coming down to putting the Jets into awkward spots where they can't really play the ball. They're starting to overcommit. They're starting to get a little bit ahead of themselves with their play. And right now the Sharks are taking advantage and generating chances. They just can't find the quality that they need.
Ansu tried to make something happen there and fake out Kunix, but Kunix super patient. So was Blackwatch here. Looking for a pass. Ansu is there. Can he carry? No. Kunix knocks into him and the ball pops up. Stays with it towards the net. That's Caps fan. He was quite patient on that play, actually. Able to kill the ball, and we're still very dangerous. Blackwatch. Caps fan trying to read this. It goes off the post. Lucky for Caps fan, though, because that one should have been in.
Yeah, that was a gilt-edged opportunity for the Jets. They should have scored that one. You talk about can't miss those shots. When you have the net at your mercy, you cannot put it off the woodwork. And the Jets may well rue that chance if they don't win this game.
Ansu to challenge Blackwatch. It's going to roll down. Kunix challenges again. Ends up bodying Caps fan, but doesn't quite get the ball. So, 2 minutes left. Still 0-0. This game is racing by. There's some control from the Sharks. We've been looking for that all game, all series pretty much. The ball goes flying off a pinch. Now Caps fan. Can't do anything with it. Kunix races back. I mean, pretty much the Jets just kind of just waiting. They seem to be in a bit of a holding pattern right now.
And part of that problem right now is they're kind of getting their wires crossed. You saw Kunix on the dribble there, tried to put that ball towards Blackwatch. Blackwatch cheating in on it, didn't really read that pass as developing. They ran into each other, almost gave up an opportunity the other way. They really need to lock that down. They were looking so good through games 1 and 2, taking advantage of opportunities that the other team was giving them, but now they're starting to give up those same opportunities back the other way. And the Sharks, as I say that, commit 2 to the ball in the corner here. You see both of them right there. Ansu grabs the boost, and then rather than defend the net, makes the first decision to try and play that ball up the wall. It opens up the space for that pass to come through, and Kunix takes full advantage to take the lead.
And Caps fan was nowhere to be found because he was trying to recover off the play that he was trying to make. And because of that, he couldn't rotate in fast enough to defend his net anyways. And now they're on the back foot again, here with a minute left. Kunix. Oh, slow play. looking for Blackwatch. Oh, I can't quite find him. That was kind of cheeky there from the Jets. They're trying to get both teammates involved here. Nowhere near the net, says Blackwatch. And around Caps fan. Got one to beat, and beat he will. Wormburner in.
This is really smart of Blackwatch. Sees that the defender is on the far side, so he'll be far side of the net. Just finds a little touch here to propel it near side. Didn't need to do any more than that. Just knew he had the angle, cut it down perfectly, and that should just about be the dagger here, unless the Sharks can find something quickly.
And the Sharks, chances of that for these Sharks right now is pretty tough. Honestly, the Jets playing fairly solid, and unless they get kind of lucky, to be honest, I don't think this one's going to go their way. As Caps fan goes for the center, but nobody there. I mean, some of this looks like a huge lack of communication on the Shark side.
Part of it could just be unfamiliarity at this point. This is a roster that has a player that's come into the team in recent weeks. They haven't had those 6 weeks to gel, whereas Kunix has been on the Jets roster as a reserve through the season up to this point. So he's been practicing with the squad to this point where he gets a chance to step up to the starter's role and is able to play in that role. So he's familiar with the team's dynamic. He's understanding of how that team wants to operate.
And Blackwatch, honestly, I've played with Blackwatch before. He's so easy to play with. He can play around just about anyone, and doesn't bark out commands much like Puff the Dargon does, Kappa. That's all right. Actually, I love Puff. That's the only reason why I'm having such a hard time.
I mean, let's be honest. Speaking of Puff and the communication style, it's clear that something was working with that style, given the fact that they did put up an impressive series against the Foxes here. But the Jets, again, this one played a little bit closer to the vest. This was 0-0 until almost the final minute of play, and then the Jets finally got the opportunities to take over, and they did exactly that. They started scoring when they needed to, and they got that one right out of the worry zone. I don't want to say danger zone. I'm not going to make the easy Top Gun reference, but
also Archer reference. But yeah, he said Cappy Ingley. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Sharks, honestly, I think that the Jets thought that the Sharks were going to change their style up a little bit, and they did. They tried, and the Jets kind of weathered the storm a little bit, burning fuel as they go, but they knew they had plenty of time. They felt confident that they could defend their net. I mean, look at Blackwatch. He just rotates in, realizing he needs to be at near post, and almost nets a goal. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the Sharks spacing right now, you see them both in the corner. It was kind of like an I got it, you take it. The one thing that's really kind of struggling for me, at least, is the Sharks' boost management right now. Is they've had opportunities to kind of shore up their boost management. They find themselves in a lot of spots where they're running low, and the Jets, they're managing it very well, either by grabbing boost at every opportunity or by just not expending a lot of it when they don't have to. That's a team pinch, and that's actually going to work out. Calculated.
Kunix, realizing he needed to get back quick, he actually flipped. I think he was just trying to get back. I don't think he realized that ball's coming right at him, but a great pinch from the Sharks finally puts him on the board.
There was no way he could have predicted that shot. That is I'm going to lose this ball, I need to turn around, but I lost the ball so perfectly that there is nothing I can do.
Yeah, and he even let off the gas and just kind of rolled towards his net.
At some points, you just have to accept that was brilliant, and there's nothing I can do.
Blackwatch kind of messing up here off the backboard. And gives it up for Caps fan, but Kunix was there. Pass, looking for the corner, can't quite get it. Good idea indeed, because that would have been extremely tough to defend. Now the Jets are a little bit out of sorts. Kunix trying to take some control of the ball, as Blackwatch able to clear that one out from Caps fan off the sidewall, looking for the pass. Kunix is there, but Ansu reads that well. And it looks like the Sharks starting to feel a little bit more confident this game after taking that first goal there. And again, grouped up around the ball. Kunix just waiting, lurking. You would think the Sharks would lurk a little bit more, considering, they're Sharks. But down Main Street, Blackwatch, Kunix to finish it off. Perfect play by the Jets.
Sometimes you just have to know that you don't have enough boost to make a play, and that the play isn't a high percentage chance to make. And Capfan gets caught upfield underneath this ball as it comes in on the pass, and has no opportunity to react to it because Kunix just goes right upfield with the clear, and Caps fan was chasing down the first-time ball with no boost.
Oh, Kunix able to capitalize on a mistake there by the Sharks.
No recovery off the kickoff there. Ansu's going for the corner boost, goes up, misses that ball. Caps fan is off the line in the middle of the net. Now, he just doesn't react in time to the fact that his teammate lost that ball, but in all reality, he should be going to that one first.
Yes.
And this is the thing that's it's starting to stand out in here. It was mostly apparent the last couple of games, but it's really starting to stand out now, is you get this sense that the Sharks aren't communicating right now. They are on separate platforms, so they'd have to be in Discord, and you know how tough it is to be in Discord when you're trying to play off a PS4. Well, I mean, you don't personally, neither do I. But, you know, off a console...
No, but I know the difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, like off a console on a separate communications platform. It's not as smooth sometimes.
Especially if you're trying to do mobile, you know, if the guy on PlayStation is trying to be on Discord mobile, there's things going on there. There may not be great connections, you know, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong here. But, you know, it's not like they're playing bad. They have had some issues here and there, but mechanically they're sound. Everything seems to be all right. It's a couple of decision-making instances maybe, but Caps fan going to miss this one as the pop-up by Kunix was enough to make it a 2-goal lead.
It's a good win by Kunix here, and just gets this ball under his control, sees the challenge coming in from Caps fan, and again, defender makes the first move, you as the dribbler have all the advantage in the world. Yep. You're able to absolutely control and dictate how that ball is going to go, and unless the challenge is pinpoint perfect, you're almost always going to get beat as a defender.
I've been actually studying that sort of defense when you find yourself the recipient of a dribble, much like that, and some techniques you can make, but now Kunix is in perfect position here, off the corner, it's going to be a stomper again. 2 minutes left, 3-goal lead.
The Sharks right now just really struggling. Kickoffs, after they play a close game for a little while, the mistakes just start to compound so heavily that everything is falling apart for them, and that nothing goes right. The kickoffs all go into the wrong places. The players just don't recover enough from these kickoffs, and the Jets are so clinical with these one opportunities that they're getting.
Very much Maverick and Goose, if you will. Oh, good challenge there by Caps fan. Have a little bit of patience, throw it towards the corner, pass up to Ansu. He was trying to make something happen. Blackwatch is there. Oh, very dangerous. Kunix realizing that it was dangerous, so he's able to clear this one away. Ansu pops it up, but nobody is back. Where is Caps fan? He's all the way on the other side. Finally gets back. Now Kunix for the shot. And again, a defensive double commit. That was very dangerous, Jay.
You wondered where Caps fan was on the rotation back. Again, was upfield, out of boost. You saw him front flipping, trying desperately to pick up pennies on the way back. And that's just something that you have to recognize when you've overstayed your welcome, as the post will be denying Blackwatch a 5th goal.
You know, I don't know how many splinters are in that ball tonight, but dang, has it been banging into the posts. Ansu gets past Kunix, but Kunix super patient. I am loving this Kunix guy, man. He is so patient on the ball. It's a couple of mistakes here and there, but generally, where he's at, he's just like, yep, ball's coming to me. I'm going to stay right here and try to take control of it. Perfect evidence right there as Blackwatch gets Ansu. Centers. Kunix is there. Shot right at Ansu, though.
The Jets right now, they don't have to force anything, and they're not. All the Sharks are doing is playing the ball right to them. They're trying to force the play because they're chasing the game right now. And it plays right into the Jets' hand because they're so patient. They're so well positioned to deal with plays that aren't optimal. And you see every example of that, for the most part, turning into a shot from the Jets right now.
The Jets kind of in a holding pattern almost. As the Sharks again center it for Blackwatch. Ah, boy. Sharks are just having a rough evening for sure. Jets taking game 4. And I don't know if it's just because Caps fan and Ansu have they just don't have the synergy right now, or if it's the Discord issue, or if it's just a combination of everything that the Sharks just having a really rough night. Taking some serious losses here.
Yeah, there's something to be said for sure about teams that have roster replacements mid-season. We've seen it throughout the history of MLD. The first week is usually really rough. So this being the first week can probably write it off as that. But some of the underlying decision-making from the players as individuals is something that, to me as an analyst, is worrying as a trend. And we've seen Caps fan for a couple of seasons now, and this trend has been pretty consistent throughout his play, in that the decision-making is not always the most optimal.
You know, there's the general consensus that console players like to kind of rush things, and things are a little bit different. The console players play different than PC players in general. And I wonder if a lot of people would point to this as evidence. As Ansu is up, he manages to tip it down. They get their goal early here, Game 5.
This is a good goal, because Blackwatch missing that off the top there puts Kunix in such an awkward spot. But these are the type of opportunities you have to make sure that you score. The Sharks do a very good job of that. Ansu very aggressive up to that ball, rolls around, gets it underneath the bar. Good mechanical play, and that's what we've been saying, Ninja. Good mechanical play. But collectively, the decision-making is where they've been let down so heavily this series.
Like that right there. That could have been in. Blackwatch, you're going to leave it for Kunix. Bouncer and in. We're tied at 1 already. The Jets just punishing completely.
Yeah, the demo on Caps fan is really what set that up, but Ansu chasing the ball back to the near post gets a little bit unlucky that it goes up and off the post, because they were rushing back trying to get that challenge at that near post, and when the shot ends up wide and you've committed so heavily to that, there's not a lot you can do except hope your teammate can bail you out, but your teammate's gone.
Big whiffs by the Jets here. They have another chance, and they got 2. About time here for Caps fan.
Again, though, you have to score these all day. Both Jets players miss a clear in their own end, in front of their net. Unexcusable as a defender. It's more unexcusable if you don't score that as an offensive player. So it's a good thing that Caps fan put that in, because we can talk about missed chances all night, but when you have gilt-edged, just gold-plated opportunities like that, you have to score them.
Oh no, the ball chasing begins again, though, as Ansu finally puts himself in a decent spot, and Kunix actually pinches that off the wall. So we move into the Jets territory. Blackwatch looking to clear this one away. Ansu slowing him down. Now Caps fan, super awkward. Finds a little bit of open field, and that allows everybody to breathe just a touch as Kunix takes control. Blackwatch. That's actually going to go for Ansu here. See if he can convert into something here. Blackwatch racing back. Ansu, mind game potential. Flicks it up. Way too hard on that one. Blackwatch perfect placement again. Caps fan is back though. Just gives up possession once more. I'm noticing that more and more and more from Caps fan. He's not able to just take control of the ball. I mean, I don't know what to attribute that to. I don't know if it's nerves or if he's just trying to just get that monster clear, but you can't do that all the time.
No, there is a time and a place for the big clear. But the biggest thing is really just understanding when you're not under a ton of pressure. And that's the one thing that, as Caps fan eats the third demo of the game, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
They're just getting into him a lot. But you just have to understand when less is more. And I've talked about it a lot in the past, where you kind of have to suppress your first instinct to play the ball all the time.
Yes. If any Platinum League players are watching right now, that is a fantastic thing to learn when and where to do. As a pass play trying to develop here between the Sharks. Let's see what Capsman can do here. Oh, he tried to take some control. I like it. Tried to pop and get it above Kunix, but Kunix read that very good. Oh, a demo. Ansu got the demo. Kunix now has to race for it. Shadowing nicely, looking for the pass. Ansu pops it up. Now slows down Blackwatch and they can get back into position. Ooh, tough there, but the Sharks still have that 1-goal lead, Jay. Jets kind of cruising. I mean, they're not really going for anything too crazy.
Again, though, they've got the 4-0 lead, and the Sharks have been giving them opportunities all series long. It's possible they think that it's just a matter of time. It's possible that they've taken their foot off the accelerator right now and they're just waiting for that one opportunity to show up. The danger with that is they've been so lax on defense at times that they run the risk, like that,
there it is,
of getting this game put out of reach.
If there's anything in the MLD that you must learn first, is that you never take your hand off the throttle. Because they're in Jets. It's a hand throttle. See, Jay, you get that? That's a good reference there.
You and your references tonight, Ninja.
What? It's fantastic.
I mean, I was the only one in chat who got the rally reference. Like, the only person.
Yeah, and you loved it, didn't you?
It never snows in Monaco! What are you even talking about with that reference?
Monte Carlo?
It hardly ever snows. It hardly ever snows.
Rally Monte Carlo, every year it's snowed. It is a snow rally.
Yeah, I'm going to look this up off stream, but Blackwatch with a great individual effort. Great individual effort here, but again, it's off of a weak clear from the Sharks. Caps fan is going up for that one, can't get the ball away, is really just a little bit too lackadaisical in the air with that. It has to be a power clear up there. And just drops the ball down, onto off the backboard, can't defend that one.
And again, Caps fan, just a slight miss. Kunix trying to take advantage of it. They want to tie this up here in the last minute or so. Actually, last 45 seconds. Blackwatch gets the pinch. This is dangerous. Going towards the net. Caps fan pops it up straight for Kunix. Can he put it in? Not quite. But now, the breakaway. Ansu, right down Main Street, slams it home.
Good response by the Sharks. They put this one just out of reach. As Caps fan almost got a little too close to that ball when it was coming in from the shot from Kunix. I thought he chased a little bit too close to the post there. Almost got beat on the bounce. Does a really good job to get back for the 50. Pops it out in front. Ansu upfield gets that one in.
Sharks seem to have definitely woken up here. They must have had their fill of whatever fish they eat, I suppose. Blackwatch looking for the pass. Ansu to kill. Great backboard play there. Ansu able to get there. Now past Blackwatch. As time winds down, the Jets are probably going to go ahead and just concede this one with the 4-1 victory in the series. Oh, Blackwatch is going to be that guy.
Sharks have had enough of that. They just want that one.
They're like, let's kill.
Let's just end that one. So the Jets get their revenge for the wild card series from last season's playoffs, but the season is not over yet, and these two teams might yet again meet in the playoffs later on in the season. But we'll see. It's a 4-1 Jets victory, Ninja, and I think you and I would both agree it was probably well-deserved. But the Sharks, probably the architects of a lot of their own issues.
Dead on. I mean, the Sharks just had so many issues. We mentioned the new player coming in. We mentioned Caps fan just kind of ball chasing a little bit. Both players ball chasing a touch. The team just not gelling at all. And the Jets, they did what they had to do, and that's the thing with the MLD. Every win just counts for everything. So you never know. If they didn't take one of those games and they lost the division by one game, they're going to be kicking themselves. So they had to do what they had to do. It was a little bit tough for the Sharks tonight, but during the off nights is when you learn the most. So hopefully they come back with that same squad and they show us all that they deserve to be here.
Yeah, mid-season roster change is always tough to deal with. So with that note, the Jets start to keep pace with their division up to a healthy 15-15 as they still looking up at the Aviators, who sit at 18-12 after tonight. The champion Ducks, yet to play this week, as well as the Hawks, who are chasing them in the division. But the Sharks, 11-19 now, still firmly cemented at the bottom of the Storm division, so they still have a lot of work to do. Actually trying to chase down that wild card. But that's not all tonight, folks. We've got one more match. If you've loved some of the play that you've seen tonight, make sure you guys have clipped it. Send it to us on Twitter at MLDoubles, hashtag MLDPOTW, to submit it for the MLD Play of the Week, presented by our friends at Balls Guarana Energy Soda. Every winner of the Play of the Week gets a case of balls shipped right to their doorstep by our friends at Balls. Get free shipping on your next order. Code MLD at checkout. That's at ballsbaws.com. When we come back, it's the final match of Freestyle Friday. It's a Champion League matchup between the Hurricanes and the Pirates. This one looking like it'll be a match for first in the league when all is said and done. You're watching MLD Freestyle Friday here on Twitch.tv.